right, welcome to the first episode of the Weeabooth. I'm your host, Anthea, and
I am the Brat Prince, the cleric. Hi.
Let's see, let's get started. First, let's do a small introduction and a little chatter, shall we? I'm Anthea. I do cosplay, and I'm just a weeb. Just a general weeb. I watch anime, not too much into comic books, though I do like the Marvel movies and X-Men and all that stuff. I like video games, mainly JRPG, because weeb. And I do the Killer Meals with Katsuki video that's on this, the Brat Prince Productions YouTube channel.
Okay, my turn, I guess.
Yes.
Well, y'all guys have known me for, depending on how long you've been on my channel, 3 years. I'm the Brat Prince, cleric, and I do all the voices for all the ASMR character things. I just generally produce and film pretty much everything that goes on the channel, write the stories, etc. Clearly, I am also a weeb, and that's why this is the Weeabooth.
The Weeabooth.
And I don't know. I am also the assistant director of programming for Anime Fest here in Dallas. So if you're in the DFW area, you know that's where you can find me. And there is not much else interesting about me.
Except that you're married to me.
Yeah, this is not only the first episode of the Weeabooth, but it is also our 10-year anniversary.
10 years!
As a weeb couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
The couple that cosplays together stays together.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess, for our first episode, we're just gonna throw a bunch of stuff at the wall, hope it sticks, and see what...
throw spaghetti at the wall from our pockets, just loose spaghetti.
Ew. And just kind of see if we can make something out of it, so...
Yeah, I've always wanted to do, a podcast about nerd stuff, because, it's lacking in the non-binary, queer, black perspective. Mm-hmm. So, that's what we're here to give you.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Let's get started.
Okay.
So, we do,
Segments.
Yeah, we do news, anime news, or video game news, just nerd news, anime reviews. We'll review the first 3 episodes of an anime that we're interested in. And that's going to be in the middle segment, and we'll let you know when we're doing that. That way you can skip it if you don't want to be spoiled. If you don't care, go ahead, listen through it, or whatever. And then we have a saucy rant at the end, where we pick a topic that pisses us off, and we go to town on it.
And did you mention just the general nerd news that we?
Yeah, the nerd news I did.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was too busy staring at your crustinis.
Go eat them.
I'm going to eat them.
Eat the crustinis. Yeah, I made salmon crustinis, smoked salmon crustinis, and we made all sorts of tea stuff for the people that are listening. And so we're going to be drinking tea while serving it up. Hey!
That was gross, but that's to be expected.
Yep, that's the quality content you signed up for.
Ooh. And if you happen to hear any meowing, it's because we have a cat. Her name is Princess Odile, and she sometimes likes to make noise. So if you hear, that's her. Ignore her.
Yeah. So I don't know where she went.
I don't know. That's fine. All right, well, I guess let's get this shit started.
Yay!
This show is not rated E for everybody.
It really isn't, but these hands be. Yeah, no, we do cuss a lot, and we'll probably make some very lewd jokes, so if you are faint of heart...
I would say underage, then I can't stop you, but don't let me know.
Right? We can't stop anyone young from listening.
Yep.
But be warned.
Alright, I guess let's jump into our...
anime news! Or nerdy news.
Oh, okay. Nerdy news.
Nerdy news.
Okay, well, here we go then. So.
All right. So first on the docket, something that I saw on Facebook is that they are making a promised Neverland live action movie, and I mean, the actors looked very cute. Like, those babies looked adorable. Like, you saw the pictures, and you saw how, like, adorable they looked. Mm-hmm. I am so hesitant about anime live actions, though, because 9 out of 10 times...
Sayuki!
Well, that was a Broadway play. That Sayuki musical stage play.
Uh-huh.
Ugh, we don't talk about that.
Yep.
But, no, this is like a live action movie. I saw the trailer. And it looked pretty good.
Alright.
Like, I didn't see anything that would give me anything otherwise, but again, like 9 times out of 10, those anime live actions aren't the best. Mm-hmm. What was the one that I saw that was actually pretty good?
I don't know. I just don't watch them. I just refuse to watch them.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any that I actually really liked. I want to see the Princess Jellyfish one. That one looks like you can't screw it up too badly. No, Dame Cantabile wasn't bad as a live action show.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The Dame Cantabile is a manga. It's like a shoujo manga. And it's about this girl who plays piano. She goes to a music university. And it's just like shoujo stuff. She falls in love with this guy who's a dick. You know?
That's life.
Yeah, right. Proof. Case in point right here. Fall in love with a dick.
Wow.
I love you. But
the brattiest dick on the planet.
Yep. The Brat Dick production.
Brat Dick production.
But yeah, so I'll give it a shot. Why not? It's got like one of my favorite people in there, Naomi Watanabe. She's a plus-size Japanese actress and a comedian. And she does SK2 endorsements, which I wish I could afford SK2. Good lord. It's a skincare, and it costs like $200 a bottle.
Holy shit.
Like, for that amount of money, my skin better just shed itself into a baby skin.
Walking is just peeling right off her face.
Yeah, and then just...
I'm
transforming back into a child. Oh, no.
I don't want to be married to a child.
Well,
we're going to get further into that later on.
Oh, God. Yep. But, so congratulations to her for getting that part. She plays Sister Krone. I don't know if it's supposed to be Crone or if that's just how they say it in like the Japan language.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of like Zero in Vampire Night is Zero. They pronounce it Zero. And
yeah.
It's very Japanese.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just Zero.
Well, they also use Zero as like they say Zero for zero.
Yeah.
So yeah. Next is they are making a Tokyo Babylon anime.
Yeah, Clamp. I can't say I'm excited, but I actually never read or watched or did anything with Tokyo Babylon.
I read some of it. I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
like after Tokyo Pop went under.
Yeah,
I couldn't find it anywhere.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I never got a chance to read it. I read some of it.
I know I read, like, the first one, because at that point, I was gonna read anything that was fucking Clamp. Like,
oh, Clamp. My goddesses.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so I'm excited. It looks gorgeous.
It does look really pretty.
It looks gorgeous.
I was like, I don't remember who that glasses guy is, but I remember he's an asshole.
He's
but damn, he looks fucking fine. And I'm like,
he sure does. He's hot as shit. I think he's rapey. I think he's rapey.
Well, you know.
I'm
not concerned about him raping me, so
Yikes. Well, We just earned our E-tag.
Whoop. Oh, I bet you checked on leaves, didn't you?
No.
Oh. No, you just swallowed the wrong way?
Yeah,
thinking about bad boys.
Because you're ridiculous. Oh, shit.
Yep, read dick. There it is again, the word dick. Ridiculous.
Lord.
I know. Awful.
Yeah, so it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, the animation looks quite amazing.
When was that made, Tokyo Babylon? Early 90s, wasn't it?
Jesus, I don't even know, actually.
Clam's been around for a hot minute.
Yeah. You know, it used to be a doujin circle and then became fucking famous. You know?
Yeah, so...
Which is pretty awesome, honestly. It's just all like, let me write yaoi about other people's characters, and then we just finally get our own stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Which is why there's so much...
Homo!
Subtext.
So much homo subtext.
Yep.
In those things.
Yep.
Oh, God. Yeah. So, I'm excited about Tokyo Babylon. Also... Demon Slayer here breaking fucking records.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the Demon Slayer movie.
Oh, okay.
It sold 15 million tickets in Japan.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's huge. It's beat out like some big name movies like Harry Potter, which...
What? That's insane.
Yeah. It's like, I have mixed feelings about Harry Potter. We don't talk about that. I'm so glad Harry Potter was written by Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, yeah, you know, the best author of our time.
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Emma Watson sure is a great writer, too.
Oh, yeah, she's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, so... Demon Slayer is doing really, really well.
Okay, that's great.
In Japan, the movie is... I read the manga for for the movie, so I know what happens.
Okay.
And whatnot. But I'm excited to see the movie. I don't know when it's coming out in theaters here.
Do they plan on putting it out in theaters here? That's the thing. Like, I know it's popular, but like... Also because of the whole coronavirus thing. Like, is anyone really planning a theatrical release here?
Oh, you know what? That's true. Shit.
Uh-huh. Yep.
God damn this Rona.
Yep.
God. Because, yeah, it's like, even if they did, I wouldn't go see it.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like dying.
Yeah. I feel like being around all these nasty-ass people.
I know. Let's see. What else? Oh, yeah. The Way of the House Husband's getting an anime. I am so excited for that. I've read bits and pieces of the manga, and I think it's going to be... Is it anime or live action? I don't think it's an anime. They did a live action thingy. Trailer? Commercial? Something like that. Which is really cute. See, that one I wouldn't mind seeing a live action of. The Way of the House Husband. Because it'd be super easy to do. Yeah. I don't see it being like...
You wouldn't need a lot of special effects for it. You wouldn't need a lot of...
Or wigs or anything. Because some of these live action... wigs be a hot fucking mess. Like, where did you get these wigs? Party City?
Oh, no.
Daiso? You're getting your wigs from Don Quixote? Like, y'all can do better. Please get your wig game up.
I know, like when you can watch like people's fake YouTube trailers of stuff and it looks better than some of the like official stuff that's put out. It's just all like, you need to step up your game. Yep. But I'm also excited about The Way of the House Husband. It's very cute, and I mean, it's nice to see a gangster house husband. It's just kind of amazing. That's all.
I love gangster characters. They're so good.
Yep. I do quite like them a lot. So, I am ready to see that whenever it comes out, I guess.
I think it's coming to Netflix.
Oh, to Netflix? Is it like a Netflix original, or is it like a...
I don't know.
No,
Netflix... That's a weird thing, isn't it? Netflix original versus like... Because they say like Terrace House is a Netflix original, but it's not.
Yeah. Netflix original / Netflix made. That's how I'm gonna differentiate from the rest of my life now. You know, if Netflix is only allowed to be the one to stream it, or if Netflix has paid money to have a hand in making it.
Yeah, because I think that's what it is. Like, when they say Netflix original, it's probably just like Netflix is the only one that's allowed to just
Yeah, I know that, but Netflix also makes its own shows, which is what I was asking. Like, is it a Netflix original, as in only being able to stream?
I think it's like only...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. That works.
That coming out in 2021. So is Tokyo Babylon.
Yep,
so is everything.
So we have something to look forward to after we get out of the year of just, like, someone made a mistake and put all the world tragedies, like, scheduled for 2020, and that's what happened when they were supposed to be distributed throughout all of the 2020s instead. 10 years worth of crap in one.
I have no confidence that anything is going to get better.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not.
Time is just a construct.
I didn't say it was going to get better. I just said I need shit to look forward to in 2021, you know, so that year will not be as shitty.
Maybe.
We'll see. Give me some more tea.
Okay.
Yeah, you just pour yourself a glass. You see this empty glass here?
Fuck you.
No. I do want to fuck you.
I'm on my period.
Aw, gross. You just have to say it out loud for everyone to know now. Jesus.
Look, it is 2020.
Oh my god.
Right?
So, anyway, further on in news.
Video games, shit.
Alright, so, of course, so I had the pleasure of playing the newest addition to the Dark Picture anthology, Little Hope, basically, made by Supermassive Games, who, if you know them, they made Until Dawn, and then they came out with the Dark Picture anthology, and their first game was, Man of Medan, and recently, the day before Halloween, came out with Little Hope. The Dark Picture anthology is not connected in any sort of way to each other, or so we know at the moment, but yeah, I know, right? But otherwise, they don't have any. You don't have to play one game to play the other at all.
Mm-mm.
So, I was especially excited for Little Hope because the theme of it is kind of based off the Salem witch trials, and me and my beautiful wife also being of the occult lean. I was just all like, oh yeah, witches. Like, I'm the type of person that eats anything up if it comes to witchcraft. It just is what it is. I can't help it. So, the game itself, I'm not going to go into it just in case, you know, you haven't played it and you don't want to get spoiled, but I will tell you one thing. It was glitchy as shit. Like, it was crazy glitchy. And at first when I was playing it, when they cut between scenes, I was like, is that a glitch? I'm like, no, they're doing that on purpose. That is on purpose. It's the parts when you are like, you know, okay, I'm making a decision and I'm waiting for, I guess, the computer to fucking catch up with me. And then the character's just staring off into the middle distances. Their eyes are just twitching everywhere and they're not, or they'll be speaking and their lips aren't fucking moving. Like, I understand. They're coming up with these games every single year. Like, Man of Medan came out last year around Halloween, you know? And I don't know when the release date for the next one is going to be, but I'm assuming they're going to continue following this format and it's going to be a year later. So I know the Supermassive Games, please, like, bug test that more because, I mean, unless you were keeping it to so it was meant to be ultra creepy because you were fucking up, then, yeah, I mean, it kind of worked, but otherwise it was just kind of annoying and weird. And
yeah, especially it's like you have, especially when it was the characters just kind of, like, talking, their mouth isn't moving, and they're like,
yeah, it's glitching out.
And their eyes are just going all over the place. I'm just like, hello?
It breaks the immersion of the game. Like, I was, like, getting into the storyline, and this was happening during, like, peak points of the game, you know, where I'm all like, oh, the tension is high. I'm having to make a decision that's probably going to affect everybody involved, and then the character's like, nope, never mind. Yeah, I was like, okay, well, that broke the illusion that I was under, but otherwise, it's fun. Scarier than Man of Medan.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good.
They had a lot of jump scares.
They did have a lot of jump scares in this one.
Yeah. One of them made me just, like, cuss. Just slew of cusses. I was like, no, I can't do this anymore.
But you did it.
I did it. But, okay, so was it just me when you were, like, watching the cutscenes? Oh, good. Good job. Oop, you spilled. Was it just me? But when you were watching the cutscenes, the eye movements were all over the place. Like, even when they weren't glitching out,
Yeah.
their eye movements were a little unnatural.
Kind of like over-exaggerated.
Over-exaggerated eye movements. It's like, I understand they want to try to be realistic and people aren't naturally focused on one thing the entire time. Their eyes are usually moving around, but it was like, woo, woo, woo. Just like their eyes is going everywhere. And I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you all right? Like, focus a little bit. Jeez.
Yeah.
So,
I think it is because, like, in an attempt to avoid the uncanny valley, they just kind of stuck their whole foot into it, like,
and made it weirder.
It made it stranger. Yeah. Yep. But otherwise, I thought it was a good game. The storyline is interesting. Okay, let me go into the characters for this one. Man, I was hating on a lot of them for a little bit. You have a professor named John, and everyone else is a college student. There's a mature college student. She's an older lady. What was her name? Angela. Then you had, like, liberal arts major looking girl named Taylor. Then her boyfriend or something, I guess, Daniel.
We never found out what the hell that was.
Yeah, I don't know. We never found out about that because there was something weird there. But we also kept on. He died every single playthrough I went through, and I was sad because I never actually got to play him. So maybe I could have saved him at some point, but he always died.
Well,
and,
you know how it be.
Yeah, you know how it be. And then he always died. So maybe that's why we also didn't find out anything about him and what was going on with that, because it didn't matter anymore. Boy dead. Don't matter if it's your boyfriend or not. And then
boy back.
And then the last guy, played by Will Poulter, I believe. Yeah, Will. I can't believe I actually remembered his name.
You did good job.
I'm terrible.
You're
with
so
actors.
shitty at names. I'm so proud of you.
Will I only started remembering because you're talking about he was in the Black Mirror episode of Bandersnatch, the Choose Your Own Adventure on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there, but if you haven't played it, you absolutely should. It's quite fun. But he is a great actor.
Oh yeah.
And he played a character named Andrew. Yeah. Andrew. For it, and it's quite fun. It's a good game. You know, but the characters in it, like, I really hated Angela, the old woman. I just could not stand her for a while. She was just a bitch. Like, this, I had no other word. She's just a fucking bitch. And then Taylor, also a fucking bitch. Like, and I felt bad because I'm like, those are the only two girl characters, and I'm like, I hate them. They're bitches. Like, you know, like, makes me feel great.
Right. Well, Taylor was more palatable. I think she was freaking out.
Well, also it depends on, like, the choices that you had for her.
Yeah. Some of them were fine.
Whatever. You had a lot of backing down choices.
You could make her ultra bitchy, or you could make her just, you know, more likable. And
but the thing is, with all the cutscenes, though, she was a mega bitch. That's the thing. Like, the characters, the choices that you made her choose, you can make her not as much of an asshole. But all the cutscenes, nah, she was a jerk, you know? Angela was a top tier jerk, though. Like, Angela was like, damn, cannot stand her.
She reminded me, like, of a Karen. She reminded me of a Karen. She had Karen vibes.
Yep, Karen haircut. Oh.
Yeah, haircut and all.
Yep. And then John was the professor, and I liked him, actually. Like, he had a moment where he's kind of a coward because you could see with the word choices that you had for each of his choices to be like, he'd be like, yeah, I'll do it, but the word was nervous or anxious, which means he didn't really fucking want to do what you wanted him to do.
It's kind of condescending, though.
Yeah. It's because he's so smart, you know, as that whole thing, because it had it that he is a professional scholar. So
his job is to study.
His job is to study, you know. But he ended up stepping up a lot towards the end, and I liked that. Yeah. About him really taking up that leader position. Yeah. You know, and it was good. So if you're able to, it's a good game, and it is not the same price as the usual, like, PS4, and I'm guessing it's on Xbox or whatever games, which, you know, runs $60.
It's like 30, isn't it?
Yeah, it's either 29 or 39. It's something like that. It's one of those two. So it's easier to swallow, you know, price-wise.
Especially how buggy it is.
Yeah, especially how buggy with her game. And also, I don't know if it's that buggy on first player. I played the you have different modes. You have play alone, which is your typical one person playing the game. You then have shared mode, which is for an online person who also has to have the game if you want to play. And then they have the couch co-op mode, which is movie night, so you can play with anyone that is around you, up to 5 people, so one person can play each person.
You better only have 5 people up in your house with this fucking pandemic.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, so, if you got siblings or whatever, or, parents who are cool with games, or just a bunch of friends who just want to hang out and do a cool night, the run-through, it's a little long, but it can be done in one sitting. It's around 4 or 5 hours. Something like that. So, if you want a fun game to play, I absolutely suggest it. But moving on to another game, as I talked about that, like, sorry, games!
Gaming!
Age of Calamity for the Switch is a continuation of or not a continuation, but the prequel, I guess would be a more proper term, for the game Breath of the Wild. It is made by the same company who did Hyrule Warriors. But this time, the Legend of Zelda Nintendo team is also a part of its production, unlike Hyrule Warriors. They just let a completely different production company make it, and didn't really oversee anything. But this time, Team Zelda is on board for making it, so I'm hoping that with that it'll be one more fun, and I get to learn more about all the characters, like Mipha, Link's fish girlfriend, and
Mipha!
And
she got that perma wop.
And Rivali. Okay, so speaking of, in playing Breath of the Wild another time, because that's just how I be. If you are just loitering around the Zora domain, you find out through some other chick that Link had some kind of weird, love triangle going on with Princess Mipha and then another Zora fish lady. And the woman apologizes to Link. He doesn't even have any memories, by the way, so that's weird. She apologizes, being like, "Oh, I shouldn't have made you have to choose between us." What do you mean, choose between you? What is that? So clearly we all know, with the other Zelda games as well, that Link is clearly into Zora women. You want that wop.
That perma wop.
That perma wop.
Because they always win.
Son of a bitch. That perma wop.
Mm-hmm.
So then, question.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that Zora assholes, for example, Prince Sidon,
okay,
would they also be a little moist?
Stick your finger up a fish butthole and find out.
Okay, well, you know what? The next time I have a fish, I will stick my finger up his butthole. And I'll let everybody know. So episode 2, if I come back, find out as I stick my finger up a fucking fish asshole. Thank you, darling.
H mark down the street.
H mark down the street. Jesus Christ.
They got live ones there.
Yeah. Oh, God. So
I'm just testing it out.
Jesus. So Age of Calamity comes out, I believe, November 20th. For the Switch. So if you're a fan of Breath of the Wild and you want to find out,
you can be a friend of it.
I mean, I guess
it can be your friend.
I'd be my friend. I played through that entire game. The moment I got the Garuda outfit, I played every boss battle, every cutscene in that outfit. It lends no armor properties. It lends no health whatsoever. So I faced Ganondorf, or Ganon, I guess, in this iteration. Ganon, dressed in a Garuda outfit with no armor. It was just me and skill, and I felt pretty good beating him and seeing the final cutscene looking so beautiful. Zelda would be disappointed in me.
God. You fucking weeb and your pretty boys.
I love my pretty boys, and Link
he
is the ultimate.
He gotta look like a Bishonen the whole time. He's gotta look so pretty.
That's why on Reddit I follow, what is it called? The Hero of Twinks, I believe, the subreddit, and it's just a whole bunch of pictures of Twink Link getting railed.
Lord have mercy on your soul.
It's amazing.
You just face God and walk backwards into hell.
No shame.
No shame.
This podcast is not rated E for everyone but these hands.
I'm shaking my head.
Oh shit.
Oh God.
No, I know. All right, well,
that does it for our anime news. Let's go ahead and take a break.
all right, let's do it.
All right. Welcome back to our next segment, which is anime reviews, where we review the first 3 episodes of one anime.
Yep.
That we've been wanting to watch. They're not necessarily new anime.
Just anime.
That's anime.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's so much out there. Any anime could be new to somebody.
Yep. And for us, it's Promise Neverland.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't watched it and you don't want to be spoiled or, whatever, just skip this shit.
Skip it until we're not talking about it anymore.
Yep.
So that was a crazy ride. The first 3 episodes. And it's definitely not a stop at 3 episode type anime if you want to know any more. It's not very explanatory. Not like most shonen anime where you're like, okay, I see where this is going. No, it's definitely like a what?
Yeah.
How did you like it? Of course, I have to ask as soon as you take a drink of your tea.
Yeah,
Right when,
like the waiter comes up when you have a bite. How's your food?
It's the inner server in me, back from my American Girl bistro days.
Oh, jeez.
Just,
Yep. How did I like it?
Yeah. Did you like it?
I mean, I like it. This is gonna sound really fucking strange. I like shit with kids in it.
Oh, no.
No, I mean, okay, for example, I like, in my spare time, to kind of, like, make computer games or whatever. And, like, the first one that ever, like, really officially released was the prequel for a game I've been making, Showtime Chaos Theory, which stars a 10-year-old boy getting lost in the suicide forest, I feel like
plug.
That came out years ago, so it's not really a plug anymore. That is over and done with.
Your dreams have been destroyed.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, no, I just don't feel like learning Ruby, so I can edit or I can work on that game more.
It's just lazy.
It's just lazy. A lot of anime has teenagers in it. A lot of anime stars teenagers because it is what it is,
Coming of age.
Yeah. And so when I see anime that has like either like kids or adults, like adults, it's more interesting for me because I'm just like, oh cool, this is like an age demographic that there's not nearly as much stuff, about. So I thought it was interesting for that. Because also, if you do an anime or any kind of media with kids, you have to try and get into their mindset or else they become unbelievable. Like, it's kind of like, Okay, for example, fucking Black Butler. Or
don't get me started.
Kuro shit, All
Kuro
right.
shit. Don't get me started.
Disclaimer: I love the fashion, and so I love CL Phantom Hive solely because of the way he looks, which also sounds awful. But I like. I love Lolita fashion.
911.
FBI, that person right over there. I like the fashion because it's like they make it very Lolita rather than necessarily Victorian era-esque, and I do like that fashion. So I like the way he looks because of that. But he's not a very believable child character. He's just kind of like he acts like an adult in a child's body, and I'm like, so
does that give people more of like an excuse to ship him with Sebastian?
I mean, Sebastian's a demon, so I guess I don't need that much of a fucking excuse.
It's just more of an excuse. He's like, oh, he's really just so grown up,
Immature. But I feel like the children characters in this show are more believable. There was a part in, I'm thinking it's the 3rd episode when they get the other mom character.
Oh, Sister Crone.
Sister Crone.
Yeah.
When they get Sister Crone, and they were all like, I never actually thought that they could just bring another adult into it, which ruins their plans, which means that they're smart, but they don't have that adult level of, like, in thinking ahead, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, planning, like, oh, they never considered this as something, whereas an adult would be like, oh man, what if they bring more reinforcements? That's like, that would be, like, the first thing I would probably think of. And just the way they talk, interact, the things that they care about, it is very childlike, and so it makes it more enjoyable and more believable to watch, because you're like, oh, this is like if actual children were stuck in this situation, which makes it a little bit more horrifying for them, because you're like, oh, I'm thinking of so many things that you're probably not thinking of, and so
like, I had that thought where I was just like, okay, if all these kids leave, they're just gonna bring in more children. And I don't know if they've really thought about that, or if maybe they're not really thinking about that because they're just focused on getting themselves and their fellow housemates out currently. But it's kind of like their end goal isn't to bring down the system, which is a lot of young adult novel or young adult type anime, where it's all like, these teenagers are usually trying to bring down a whole corrupt system. Where they're just trying to save their own hides. They don't know what's out there. They don't know what kind of system is in place. So they're just like, we gotta get the fuck out. And I like how the one little boy, I think it was the 3rd episode, where he's like, we might just have to, and he's just like moving his fork, stabbing, like moving his fork up and down, like, we might have to kill them.
Ray, right? Is that his name?
The one with the black hair?
Yeah. So, like, which I think he is a great character to have, because of all of the other 3, he's kind of the most adult thinking in his thing, but I think he's technically the quote-unquote smart one. He's always like, he's sitting by the tree with a book. Or,
I think Norman's the smartest one.
I thought he was like
book smart. He's the most book smart one, whereas Ray is the strategist. And then you have Emma with her physical capabilities, so they kind of round each other out. And like what Sister Crone was saying is that Ray comes up with brilliant plans, but he gives up on them just as easily, which is also another childlike trait, where it's just all like losing interest in things quickly, moving on too quickly, not really going for the long game. Which adults have to think of more. So, it was fascinating. It was a fascinating anime. And I agree that the children are very much children. They have no idea that they're being trained by the oldest 3 people when they're playing hide and seek. They're just trying to be extreme hide and seekers. And so it's all like, other than an adult would be like, well, why are we doing this exactly? They always need an explanation, whereas the children think it's just play. So when they get caught by Sister Curl, they're like, wee!
The others are like, oh fuck. And they're like horrified.
Fuck. An anime is going to be crazy when they're making those like crazy faces.
Those eyes.
Their eyes are just going opposite directions, and their mouth takes up half their face, and you're just like, oh shit.
I know, like every time someone's like, you gotta watch Promised Neverland, it's all fucked up, and I'm all like, I'm ready, because honestly, when someone tells me that something's fucked up and I watch it, I'm like, nah, you're just sheltered as shit. Like, this is not fucked up enough for me. So I'm actually excited to see it, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm almost ready to be disappointed as well, because that's normally how it is for me.
It's probably not your level of fucked up.
No, it's not.
No, it's very hard to get to your level of fucked up, because your level of fucked up is probably, what's it, Devilman Crybaby? Is that yes?
Another good show.
I like that one. Is that your level of fucked up? How is that? Breach It?
It's getting there.
Oh my god,
it's getting there.
Oh Jesus! So you can go beyond.
I can go beyond Plus Ultra.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, you need
therapy. I need therapy.
You got therapy money?
No, I sure fucking don't. But you know what, guys? If you continue watching my stuff, I will maybe eventually have therapy money. So.
Please listen and share this podcast so that we can get this poor child some therapy.
Yay!
My God.
Yeah, so...
And they have babies. They're so cute.
They are very
with their
cute.
Code Lyoko looking ass heads.
They are really cute, though.
Yeah.
And God, the cast is big, too, but I don't know how in-depth they're gonna go with the other kids, you know what I mean? Like, they all have names, but
yeah, they
like...
all have names. I'm probably not gonna go back.
Because I'm pretty sure a lot of them are gonna get killed anyway. Like, I haven't... Once
Oh,
again, we haven't... We're only on episode 3, but I'm
There's
pretty
a lot
sure
of child death.
Lots of child death, and you know what? I'm excited for that. I'm excited because it builds character.
Okay. So first you're talking about you like things with children in them, and then you're like, I want to see them die.
I mean, you know.
With your help, we can afford therapy for this poor child.
Just 10 cents a day.
Just 10 cents a day. In the arms. And so...
Of an angel. Oh, God. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I like really fucked up anime, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is kind of up my alley, in terms of just, like, I like psycho thrillers and whatnot.
Yeah, me too.
And so children being terrified for their lives is, like, pretty much the ultimate psycho thriller, because you get to watch the psychosis, like, the trauma of the child. That sounds bad. Yeah, we get to watch children go through trauma. You know what? I understand. So...
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, look, someone had it worse than me.
Mm.
But, yeah, no, I can't wait to see, like, how it comes about. The demon thing is kind of weird for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, there are these, like, otherworldly creatures just out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so, like, what? I would have... Okay, so, me personally, I would have probably been, like, more into it if it was, like, people eating children.
Mm. You know what?
And not, like
the
demons.
high... Okay, so it takes place in the year 2045.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it would have been more fucked up. It was just, like, rich-ass humans being like, delectable child brains, you know? That's some high-class cuisine for me, you know?
Yeah, because that sounds about right.
And honestly, humans are scarier than other worldly shit. You want to know why? Because we don't know if that kind of shit actually exists in our world, but you know what does? Crazy fucking humans. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if it was just
Looking
like...
at you, Jeff Bezos. 2045, you start eating children brains. I will believe it.
You get all Amazon is like children brains for the elite.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't put all this shit on Amazon.
Okay, do you remember that whole thing where people thought that Wayfair was using child trafficking with their expensive furniture? Like shit like that.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, no, that would be... Honestly, I feel like that would have made it more interesting, even scarier. Okay, because one of the things that they talk about in it is they're like, we don't know what kind of society is waiting for us outside of it. Is it as a demon society, like, and it's just all like these demons and just a select few humans that are breeding more humans for consumption, or is it like a human world and there's just an elite like thing of demons that they have to like basically give tribute to? You know,
where these demons come from?
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden demons?
Why demons in 2045?
I don't know. But, I mean, we've only watched 3 episodes, so...
Yeah.
We'll have to watch more to delve into that mystery.
Yeah.
What do you think about, like, the main 3 characters?
Okay, so... I am a fan of trio characters. Like... For example, you know, you have Team 7, Sasuke, Naruto, Sakura. You have, you know, like, you have Kingdom Hearts, Sora, Kairiku, and let me fit. Nope, shut up. And all of those suck, right? But
Sora, Riku, Lamp,
and it's always the girl that sucks. It's always the girl that sucks. But I'm finally like, I actually like Emma.
Emma's good. Emma's a really good character.
And she meshes well with the guys. And normally they try and use the girl as kind of like the source of like I don't know what you would call it, like, the reason why, like, the guys need to fight hard or whatever. And they do kind of slightly delve into that with Norman, right? He's saying, he's like, I like her, you know? I want her to succeed and whatever. And that's great. But
she brings something to the table.
Yeah,
too.
There you go. Yeah, she's technically like the strong one when you think about it. You know, she's the physical whatever one. Her epic tree climbing and her leaping over things that people like just fall down into whatever. So she has her own strengths, because normally they try and make the girl the brainy one. Like, she's smart because she's not physically capable. She's like, nah, let me just like, you know.
But she's also smart.
Yeah, she is smart because she passes the test with 100% marks.
She's just not very strategic.
Everybody. Yeah.
She's kind of a...
They say she's a quick learner.
Yeah, she's a fast learner.
And that's how she keeps up with the others.
And she's just headstrong. Like, she kind of she rushes in, which is typically like a male, quote unquote, a male trait where it's all like strong and rushes into things to save the day and save everybody. But no, it's a girl who is doing that. And and Norman wants her to succeed. Ray thinks she's naive, but he also doesn't want to see her fail either. You know, so they round each other out very well. Yeah. And she's not just a lamp.
Glide.
Or just like, oh, I know, Sakura.
Okay. My thoughts on Sakura on that. They gave her everything she needed to be an awesome character. And the author didn't use it.
They had her digmatized. She was too digmatized.
Yep.
And that was like her downfall. And, you know, she treated everyone like crap. For Sasuke, who's a shit character.
I love Sasuke, though. But I think this is my inner lover Itachi saying, no, you need to love my brother.
Right?
I don't care for him. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. It was just... Yeah. So, I like that. So, they're actually like a three-man group that I am like, yes, this is great. I don't hate any... there's not a weak link there. There's not a weak link in the group. Yeah. The closest thing you have is her, you know, Emma being naive or whatever. But that's something that can be overcome. That's something that she can learn and grow from. It's not necessarily a character flaw, you know. And it's actually not fucking worthless.
Yeah, and it's something she can also make up for. Or the others can make up for. Is her naivete. Yeah.
Because I was kind of worried when we left off on the last episode where the fucking Crone was like, if you were at the gate, I'm on your side. You know, remember she said that? I was like, don't listen to her, don't trust nobody, you know? Because you know what you can do? If she really is on your side, you guys try to escape, she won't catch you. And that's as much as you should try and, like, go for it. Don't tell her shit, you know? Yeah. She'll let you escape if she's really on your side, and just use that. But continue forward as if she's still an enemy. Or whatever. So
I side-eyed Sister Crone for a second, because I was like, Mammy!
Mammy character. Yeah, I know. When I saw her in the intro before we were watching, I was like, I don't like her design.
But the only thing that I think saves her from just being Mammy to me is the fact that you have Isabella too.
That's true.
They're wearing the same clothes or whatever, so it's like
it's not like she's the only one wearing it, and that's like character design specifically for her. That's like a uniform.
Yeah, it's a uniform, and that they have other little black characters in there too that are adorable.
Yeah, they're cute. Yeah, which is like, where the fuck are they? Also, where the fuck are they? Because the main one, her name's Isabella. Their names are all like European, I guess. You know, you have Norman, Ray, Emma, you know, like those sort of names. They're not in Japan. Like, where the fuck are they? You know, like,
Oh, no. They're in fucking Sweden. It's midsummer all over again.
Oh, Jesus.
Or was that supposed to be? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
There's some European white country.
Christ.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I like that's the only thing saving Sister Crone for me is the fact that it's a uniform and she's not the only one. I'm just like, yeah, there's more milk. Get more milk. But yeah, I think that concludes our episode review program. I recommend it if you like fucked up anime or seeing children get tortured.
Not like me.
Like this devious individual, depraved individual right here. My God.
Yeah. Oh, and also another thing, the art is cute. That is a huge thing for me. I like, it's like, I can't watch One Piece. I can't. I hate the art of One Piece. And I already got enough shonen anime under my belt. But that's how I kind of like, I'm not watching it because I was like, I just don't. I don't.
Even if the art was good, I don't think I could get into One Piece because it's too long. By the time I catch up, there will be like 1,000 more episodes to watch. I'd be like,
No, it's true. But I mean, that's why I didn't watch it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I like the art too. It's soft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
I love it when the art style clashes with what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's like some shoujo art there, and it's just all
all soft and it's all like,
gonna die. Yeah. So, but yeah, I guess that concludes our
anime review.
Yeah. If you have any other anime that you'd like to hear us talk about, please make sure to let us know about it. We do have a couple that we're watching right now that we might get to first, but if we hear some people being, hey, I'd really like to hear you talk about blah, you'll definitely
look into it. Yes. So I think next week we should do Moriarty the Patriot.
I really want to do Moriarty the Patriot. I was.
Yeah.
It was either that or Talentless Nana, but I'm thinking Moriarty the Patriot, if only because for some stuff I've heard about it, I hear it's very relevant to what is going on currently in our in American society. So that's why I'm super excited to.
Old orange men bad touching women?
Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay. I mean, shit. Whatever. Orange was ejected. He's super sus. But, yeah, so we're probably going to get to that next time. But for now, let us take a short break, and then we're going to go to the, I guess, the last segment, technically, which is the, I don't know what you want to call it, your
the saucy rant.
The saucy rant.
Oh,
sauce in the Weeabooth. Oh, that sounds nasty.
Lord, that's something else.
Ew.
All right.
Okay, bye. Stop.
So welcome back. We are now going to start our next segment, our last segment, which is the Nerd Rant, where we pick a topic and we just go ham on that motherfucker.
Yep.
So today's topic is...
well, okay.
The youth.
The youth of the anime world.
Disclaimer, we are not gatekeeping anime at all. We believe that anime should be enjoyed by people of all ages. And that's kind of what we're talking about. Yes. That it should be enjoyed by people of all ages.
All ages.
All ages.
All ages.
All ages.
And I want to say this disclaimer, even though this is going to sound wrong, like everything I've been saying, I love the youth.
I love the youth.
You know? Oh, shit. But I know it's
FBI.
all like... Open up! Yeah. No, I mean, I know a lot, I know a good percentage of the people that watch my YouTube channel are the youth, you know?
The youth.
I try and cater somewhat to the youth, you know? But as well as the people all ages to enjoy my content, so.
Yes.
I care about people of all ages, but this is where the conversation begins. We have to talk about the content that people who are 18 and older supply to the anime universe.
I would say it's like ageism, almost.
Ageism.
Gatekeeping. So it's kind of like, we kind of touch on those two kind of things that's pretty prevalent, especially with the advent of, like, TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
Mm-hmm. It's like the 15-year-olds are trying to kick us off of TikTok. And it's like, well, who developed it? Adults did. So... Mm-hmm. Basically, what we're talking about is content made by consenting adults that the youth have problems with, right? And so, as we were saying earlier, a lot of anime, the main characters are teenagers. So, there aren't a lot of options when it comes to cosplaying like, you're cosplaying your own age. Because, one, it's all like, a lot of cosplayers are 25 and up, you know? Mm-hmm. So, it's like the window of characters you can cosplay, if you're just going by you could only cosplay your age, narrows significantly. Mm-hmm. If you follow that rule or whatever. But a lot of us grew up with anime, so a lot of us will still relate to teenage anime characters, especially since they're written by adults. So some of them act more adult, or a lot of them will have problems that we still have as adults. Mm-hmm. For example, like, I'll give the example of, I relate a lot to Bakugou. I'm not as much of an asshole as he is. Shut the fuck up!
I didn't say shit.
Yeah.
I didn't say shit.
You shut the fuck up.
I didn't say anything, though.
Yeah, like, I'm not as much of an asshole that as he is, but, like, I can understand some of the complexes he goes through, because I went through those same I still go through some of those fucking complexes nowadays, as someone who is twice his age.
Yeah.
I still go through those complexes, because there's a lot of stuff to unlearn, which is why I feel like a lot of people that are, you know, like, my age or adults will still latch on to these younger characters, because we can still relate to them. It's not like the relatability lessons with age. Okay, here's some more tea.
Yay. I ain't sleeping.
Nope. Neither am I. Shit, that was a mistake.
We were supposed to do this a lot earlier, but we did not.
We did not. You know, the bed is a comfortable place to be.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay?
It is very true.
Anyway, so that's kind of some of my take on why adults want to cosplay these teenage characters. Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to.
Just making my cup like you know how I want it to. I mean, you probably do.
I do know how you like your cup.
This is mine! Yeah.
Sorry. But,
it's sorry, Your Highness, you know? You laugh, but you do it all the time. You just don't want to do it in front of the camera.
No, I sure don't. Leave me alone. But, yeah, so that's kind of my take on why adults cosplay teenage characters in the first place. Because, one, some of them don't even look like teenagers. They look like adults.
I know, right?
And two, the complex issues and personalities are still relevant no matter what age you are.
3, that's all we got right now.
That's all we got.
That's what's popular right now. We want to, because, you know, also another thing is, like, we want recognition for stuff that we cosplay. And if it's something that's popular right now, we want to also jump on it and be able to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. And, okay, for example, I like the cosplay from bnha. I cosplay Izuku from bnha. I could be his mom. That's how old I am. I could be his mom. I could be a young mom. You're like, holy shit, I could be his mom.
Well, technically it would still be a teen pregnancy, but not like a teen pregnancy. It would be a fresh out of high school pregnancy.
It would be a fresh out of high school, I'm legal pregnancy. Like,
you have something on your elbow.
Shit. Whatever. Yeah, so I could be his mom, is what I'm saying. You know, and like, but for the adult characters we have, Midnight, Mount Lady, All Might, Aizawa, Present Mike, etc.
All the pro heroes.
All the pro heroes, some of the villains, you know, whatever. I just don't fucking relate to them.
They don't really go much into them.
They don't also go into them because they're not the main characters for the most part. We're focusing on Class 1A, you know, and they all happen to be teenagers, so... And they get the most screen time, and so that's how I learn about them. I end up liking them more because I'm learning more about them, so guess who I'm going to want to cosplay from?
The class.
Yeah. Class. So, here I am, cosplaying Izuku or Bakugou or... Whomstever I want. But, on the flip side, if you have a thing like, for example, Final Fantasy 15, that's another thing I cosplay. They're all adults.
Yeah.
All of them are adults. So that's who I'm going to cosplay. Adult. I'm not going to tell a 17 or 16-year-old who sees fun, you can't cosplay any of them because they're adult and you're not an adult. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
It's just a costume. Mm-hmm. And when it came out, that was what was popular at the time. Yeah. And so they wanted to... I knew teenagers who were cosplaying from them. You know, yeah. I took pictures with them and stuff, and I wasn't gonna say, like, you know, I don't want to talk to you, Prompto, because you're 17, you know, or whatever, right? So, yeah. So, because it's popular, I want to cosplay from it, and that's what our options are, and I don't want to be limited to what I can dress up as.
Yeah, no one should be limited to what they dress up as. Yeah. And it's all, like, again, it also goes to, like, rated M for mature type things, like Danganronpa. A lot of young teenagers will cosplay from Danganronpa. That's an M game. That's a rated M for mature game. Technically, they're not even allowed to buy it themselves. Yeah. You would have had to buy it from, you know, your guardian would have had to buy it for you, or maybe you borrowed it from a friend who's older and old enough to buy it.
Or you bought it online because it's not like they can age check hardcore.
That's true. Stuff. Or you bought it
Amazon,
online.
You know,
off the PSN, things like that. Yeah. So that's a rated M for mature game. I'm not gonna tell. And yes, all those characters are minors as well. Yeah. So I'm not going to tell a teenager, oh no, you can't cosplay from Danganronpa because you shouldn't even have this game in the first place. So it's just one of those.
That's a tricky one too, because it's like the material is meant for adults, but they're using underage children as the characters for it. So it's like the lines are already weirdly blurred everywhere on that kind of, on that kind of thing. Exactly. So who am I to say you can't cosplay it even though they're your age? Uh-huh. But who are you to say I can't cosplay it because the material was meant for me, not meant for you, so.
Exactly. Or, like, who's making the manga and anime that these youth are into? Adults. So, adults are allowed to enjoy it.
And I don't think that when adults make this kind of stuff, they're only thinking, I'm only making it for the people at the age that it matches. No.
They want to make it for anybody.
They want to make it for anyone to enjoy. Mm-hmm. You know?
And so on the next, like, line of thought for that is people who are, say, like, making out in cosplay or doing racier cosplay shoots that are, I guess, minor characters or what have you. Okay. So most of the time, those adults doing the racier or lewds or risque type things. Usually they've aged up the character. Mm-hmm. Usually there's no indication that they are of the canon age. Yeah. Usually there's wearing like casual clothing or what have you. Mm-hmm. And I find there's nothing wrong with that. Because it's like they are an adult with another adult with more adults making these adult decisions. Nothing there is illegal. There's nothing illegal happening there. They are not sexualizing children because there are no children present. Mm-hmm. They're not touching children. They're not doing anything with children or minors. Mm-hmm. So everything is above board. So to call them pedophiles, I think, is a stretch. Yeah. It's a reach around because they're not doing anything, nor are they encouraging pedophile behavior. Because if they were, they would probably be using children. You know? Mm-hmm. But there are plenty of fetishes and stuff where adults will act like, children, like little.
Age play.
So age play is a thing. Does that make those people who are into age play pedophiles? Absolutely not.
Yeah. No, all right, here we go. I have a client. Because I do BDSM stuff on the side or whatever. I have a client who is a little. he is an adult. He identifies as like a 1-2-year-old or whatever, and I babysit him. That's what I do, you know? Nothing sexual happens. He literally just wants to act like a kid, but he's an adult, and I'm an adult, and if that's what he wants to do, and I'm okay with it, then he can do whatever the fuck he wants, you know? So, like, even, like, so, I'll watch a lot of TikToks, and I know so many people who are like, look at me, I'm bakugou, you know? And it's like, most of them are women, so they're doing that whole thing where they're probably like, what is it called when you bind? Open chest binding. And then they wear, like, a shirt that shows off the middle part of their chest, and they're just doing, like, sexy pose.
Let me do a thirst trap.
Thirst trapping on TikTok, you know? And what is not going through my mind is, man, I would love to fuck a 15-year-old. No, I'm looking at an adult with their adult body and being like, that person's kind of fucking fine. Yeah. You know, like...
Usually I'll age check them, too. I'll be like, okay, this person is good looking. Age check. Nope, they are not anymore. Swipe, never follow them again. You know? Because I'm not looking for that. I'm not wanting to do all that type. Yeah. Like, no! And so calling adults pedophiles is just, again, it's a stretch. It's reaching for the sky, mental gymnastics, and winning gold.
And the thing is, what also I'm wondering about is what about it makes underage people uncomfortable, like where they feel the need that they have to speak up and be like, this is an underage character that you're alluding in. I'm uncomfortable. What are you uncomfortable about? Because they're an adult. They're aging up the character. They're not. So, like, what is making you uncomfortable is the fact that you like it and you don't want to because you feel like an adult is sexualizing you. Like, what is, you know what I mean?
Now,
like,
what I think it might be the fact that they might be trying to put themselves into the mind of the adult looking at the content. What they're probably thinking is, I see this teenager cartoon on screen, and I think they're sexy. So what they're translating it to is, they think 15-year-olds are sexy.
Yes, I see.
They're not thinking of the complex gray area, where it's all like, when I watch, anime, and I see, like, maybe a high school character that I think looks attractive, I'm going back into my old Bishonen hoarding days as a teenager myself, because that's just what I enjoyed. That's how I got into anime, was, oh, hey, look, this...
Shishomaru.
Okay, but Shishomaru is an adult. Oh! He's fine!
God damn it.
But, like, don't get me on Shishomaru.
I'm not...
Actually, I do want to get on Shishomaru. Riku from Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, like, he was one of my white-haired Bishonen. I had a whole folder.
Alright.
I had a whole binder with those little, like, plastic slips in the front. I would print off pictures of all of my white-haired Bishonen, and I made a collage on my binder.
Amazing.
It was beautiful. But...
That's all we had.
Just...
I couldn't go buy nice stuff at an artist alley booth at that time. They're very limited what we did have.
We didn't have things like Etsy where we could just buy prints on the fly. I also didn't have that kind of money. Because, broke. But yeah, so it's just like, Riku from Kingdom Hearts, he was 16 when I was 16 or whatever. And I found him to be the hottest thing on Earth. I still think he's the hottest thing on Earth because it's fucking Riku. And I'm reaching back into my adolescence brain, and that's just what we think. Like, people were getting onto Megan Thee Stallion for putting Sasuke in her picture of him, like, looking at her ass, right? And people were like, ooh, that's a child character. She probably grew up with Naruto, so that's always been her bae. You know?
In her mind, Sasuke is her age now.
Yeah, in her mind, Sasuke is probably her age. Sasuke is her bae, has been her bae, will always be her bae. Like Riku will always be my bae, has been my bae, forever and ever. Hearts.
We all know who my bae is.
Oops.
Who did I go and get it autographed and framed in a fucking
wedding?
Ash Ketchum.
Fucking shit.
Listen, I was in love with Ash Ketchum when I was a child like him. This bitch didn't grow up, but I did, damn it.
Yeah.
But, that's why my OC is still also 12 years old.
Yeah. So I think that's the thing that the 15-year-olds, the teenagers are missing. They don't understand how we see anime characters. They see these characters that are their same age, and so they kind of directly correlate that and are like, okay, well, they're 15, I'm 15. Oh shit, they're looting minors, danger, I feel unsafe. And it's like, no, we don't care about you.
Yeah, nah, I don't
want
to fuck
the cartoon. We want the 2D. We want the 2D version, because that's what matters. The 2D is what we want. We want the 2DD.
The 2DD?
The 2DD. Yeah. And also you have these minors, like, defending with their whole lives these drawings. Drawings. As if they are real people. And that's where I'm just like, y'all need to be careful of blending reality with fiction. It's just all like, these are drawings. You're harassing real life people for drawings, for just doing what they want. Not hurting anybody, not condoning pedophile behavior, because I guarantee anybody you see cosplaying a teenager is not going to condone actually doing it with real teenagers. They'll be like, that's just one, they'll be like, that's disgusting. Two, they're like, why would you? Because they're like, no one wants to even talk to teenagers, Yeah.
If I can help it, nah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just like, and my own personal policy is like, I'll cosplay teenagers all day long, but I don't follow them because it's just kind of like, I'm not a part of y'all's group.
Yeah.
I
have a couple of teenagers I followed on Instagram, but I have talked to their parents in regards to following them, because we host a lot of stuff at, like, Anime Fest or whatever, and there'll be people who met me at stuff that I've hosted at panels, and they'll be like, do you have an Instagram? Can I follow them? I'm like, how old are you? Who are your parents? Speak to your parents. Hey, yeah, whatever. And they're usually, their parents are usually cool about it, because...
Well, you're also responsible.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to do anything or be nefarious.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
it's
just like, okay, cool, and then eventually I usually meet those, and eventually they turn into adults, like, and then I'm like, hey, yeah. But, I don't really want, otherwise, I don't want anything to fucking do with teenagers. Yeah. Sorry. I'm too old. I'm too old for that.
And most people don't, so I don't think there's any point in trying to gatekeep whole fandoms because, oh, you're too old, or you are looting minors, or you shouldn't do this because those characters are underage.
I also don't think that teenagers understand how fucking annoying it is to be around half of them. Like, y'all guys, you guys I'm sorry, but you're not at the same mental level as an adult is.
And that's science.
That's just plain ass science. Why you're not really supposed to start smoking weed until you're 25 if you're going to do that shit, because you can fuck your brain up.
Yep.
Because it's not fully developed. Your brain isn't fully developed
until you're 25.
And speaking with people who are still teenagers, you can feel the difference. I don't want to be around you guys. You already make me feel fucking old. Like,
Where'd you get the energy from?
I know. I'm all like, I just want to sleep.
Right.
But, yeah. So, stop. Just watch your fucking anime. And you know what? It's fine if you want to enjoy... When I was a teenager, and I wasn't allowed to shut up when dinosaurs roamed the earth.
I wasn't saying woo about that. I know what you're going to get into.
Oh, yeah. I watched and mainly read, because we didn't have a lot of watch. I read some hardcore yaoi. I wrote some hardcore fanfiction. I would fucking get adults, and this was wrong of me, okay? I would get adults to buy me doujinshi from those anime convention tables. I would slip them the money and be like, can you buy it for me? because they check ID. And I wasn't fucking old enough for that shit. And so those Bajoshi would go and buy this shit and just slip it onto me. I can't stop. We can't stop you from consuming adult content. I can't monitor every fucking one of my YouTube channel. I can't monitor every person that follows my TikTok. You can if you want to, because you can make this decision for yourself. You can consume adult content, but you have no place in telling what content adults can make. You are not an adult.
Yeah. And it's just like, because we had a sensitive pornograph party.
Jesus.
We BitTorrent that shit off of LimeWire. In like 2005, 2006, right? And we were at my friend's house. She had a sleepover, and we had all our Fujoshi friends. And we watched that shit. And we also made our guy friends watch it too. And they're like, there's nothing sensitive about ass pounding. And we're just all like, shh, quiet. And that sensitive pornograph was porn. It was gay. It was yaoi. It was hardcore yaoi. And we watched it and we enjoyed it. And our parents were none the wiser. But guess what? I wasn't about to tell adults what to do in making their own content. Though the content wasn't as widely spread back then because we didn't have,
we didn't really have the means to.
We didn't really have the means to do that. We didn't have widespread. I think the only cosplay we had cosplay.com. We had Cure, which was a Japanese cosplay site. Mm. So you hit that translate button and everything was poorly translated, but you tried your best. And then we had fanfiction. We had fanfiction.net where we also consumed
Y'all guys got fucking Wattpad, 803, just all this shit.
Yeah.
Quizilla.
Oh yeah, I wrote real naughty fanfic on Quizilla when I was 12.
Yeah,
that was how I experimented sexually, and that's what adolescents do, because guess what? Hormones are a thing.
Yeah.
But another thing that goes with the whole youth trying to call people pedophiles. So if you really think that adults shouldn't be making lewd content of minors, go talk to the actors for Riverdale.
Yeah.
All those characters are still in high school, but they are all over each other.
All those edgy teen dramas that we see on TV that ever come up, like Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl, Pretty Little Liar.
I don't know about if the recent Sabrina has any stuff like
that.
Yes,
it does.
They
have full orgies.
Yeah, see what I'm talking about?
And they're all in high school. They have full-on orgies in the chilling adventures of Sabrina.
The reality is, the teenagers are apt to experiment sexually as well, which is why it's so prevalent in TV and novels and just any other media that has teenagers in it. And for what I say, just don't watch it. Don't watch it. Because adults are also the ones who are writing this stuff. And it isn't their intent to lewd minors. It's just that they know the experiences that minors go through.
Yeah.
There's not many minors who haven't experimented sexually, and it doesn't always mean physically.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about. I didn't really do a lot as a teenager myself. I may have made out when I fooled around with one girl or whatever. But otherwise, I just read a lot of fan fiction, wrote a lot of it. I went to the library and checked out erotic novels, just read a lot of stuff and consumed sexually charged media as my way of experimentation, because that's just what I was able to do because I was curious about it. And we shouldn't damn teenagers for that, because your parents aren't going to talk about it. How else are you going to learn for it? Yeah. It's best that you learn safely about what you like sexually than not. And if it is from weird ass TikTok videos, I guess, or those character X listener videos that I know are on YouTube that I have also made. But looking at you, what is her name? Yagami Yata or whatever. Akira Dums,
boy.
But I mean, so anything that is sexually try. It's not the adults trying to lure them. It's like they are trying to understand the teenage experience, and they know what they've been through, what other people have been through, and it isn't sex free. That's just the reality of it.
And I've seen you spicy ass 14, 15, 16-year-olds on TikTok, and you're gonna start calling us out?
I know, Connor's like, I'm a top. Do you even know what that means?
Right? And it's all like, y'all are spicy on there too. And it's like, I'm not trying to watch y'all do that either. But you know what I don't do? I don't go in there and be like, you're young, you shouldn't be doing that, and shake my cane at you. You know, get off the internet. You need to go back to listening to Kids Bop. Go back to Neopets.
Gaia Online.
Go to Gaia Online where you belong. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just like, scroll past.
It's simple to just swipe away.
And I'm just like, nope. You know? And then that's it. Because I'm not going to go dampen your fun, dampen your experience in cosplay or nerd expression or what have you, just because of your age, and you shouldn't either. And I think that is it for me.
Woo! The rant. Also, to add on, like I said, our channel here at Brat Prince Productions, we make a various mix of content, whether it's for adults, whether it's just for everyone, you know, and whatever you choose to consume, you shouldn't feel guilty about it, and nor should you make other people feel guilty about it as well. You do you is really the story. You do you. You don't worry about anybody else, because you know what? If they are doing something that is dangerous for minors, they will be caught.
Yes. Let TikTok handle it, because
yeah,
they will yank stuff they find is unsafe for minors down real fast.
Yeah.
Let the moderators handle it. If let people whose job it is to flag stuff, flag it. And of course you can't flag and catch everything out there. The internet is vast, and new things are popping up all the time. But if there's something that is genuinely unsafe, like super unsafe, like, oh shoot, that is like bad, where this is that person is an adult, and that is a minor, and they're doing stuff together, flag it, and because that is unsafe. But if it's two adults doing stuff, leave it alone. If it's two minors doing stuff, it really shouldn't be on the internet if it's super sexually explicit, because that is actually illegal, because teenagers distributing their own
it's still
pornography, and so you guys got to be careful with that too. Looking out for you. That's what you want to make friends with the adult weebs, because we want to look out for you. Safe adult weebs. Which is hard to find. But because you got some creepazoids out there. But it's our job to keep you safe. So let us kind of like handle.
We'll monitor our own people. When we see our own older kind doing shit, we're like, that is uncool.
We've done it too.
Oh yeah,
we've done it. You know, and we've called them out and all that stuff. And be like, yo, fuck off.
Yeah. So let us worry about it. You concentrate on
having fun.
Yeah.
Pass your classes. Stay in school.
Stay in school. Stay in school, kids.
Stay in school.
Don't do drugs. You know.
If you want to experiment with drink and stuff, do it at someone's house.
Yeah.
Because we know you're going to do that shit anyway. If you're going to experiment with stuff, be safe about it. Tell somebody you trust.
Use condoms.
Don't be my sister.
Oh.
Burn. Some messy ass family drama right there.
But yeah, so that I guess concludes our amazing
first episode of the Weeabooth.
You know, if you enjoyed our content and hearing us just be or whatever, make sure to, if you're on YouTube watching it, like, comment, subscribe. You know, do the thing.
If you're on Spotify, Spotify, Apple.
Splotterfly.
And
Spotify on my Apple.
You know, You know what's really weird? When I'm on my period, I can't talk really well.
Oh, okay.
Like, I trip over my words very well. I don't know if it's like
Maybe
hormones fucking with my brain.
I know.
Maybe it's the malnourishment of just me losing buckets of blood.
Maybe that might be it.
But yes.
But yeah, tune in next time.
Yeah, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please rate our show. Give 5 stars.
High marks, yeah.
High marks, please. Get us visibility. Subscribe if you're listening to on Spotify, wherever you're listening to this.
Do the things that
make us successful, please and thank you.
Yeah.
And if you have any, I'm thinking of doing listener letters. So if you have questions for us that you would like us to answer, or anything that you would like to rant to us, or rant about, you would like to
hear our opinions
or what have you.
You can email us, right?
Yes.
At bratprinceproductions@gmail.com.
Yeah. Look forward to hearing from you guys.
Yep, and next time, I can't tell you what news will be, but we will probably be reviewing Moriarty, the Patriot.
Good Victorian shit.
I'm good, so if you're tired of Black Butler.
If you're tired of Black
and you want some hot guys to over.
Yeah.
Moriarty, the Patriot.
Oh, Kuroshitsuji.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, that concludes that. I am the Brat Prince. And
I'm Anthea.
And thanks for coming to the Weeabooth.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye.
Bayonara.
Sayonara. You did it.
I did it.
You did it.